I just feel like where's the accountability for the women, right? Because that's like me going down to a homeless shelter, right? And I see a homeless woman with a fat ass, and I'm like, hey, come on home, and you can drive my car, and you can eat my food, and you can eat up my food stamps, and I'm going to provide and protect. And then you get on your feet and leave me for the men that you actually wanted to date, because my dumb ass picked you up at the homeless shelter because I was desperate. Like, where is the self-esteem at? No car, no job, no money, no ambition. You wanted to save him. You saved him, oiled him up. You put him up like a prize and then get your prize snatched.
I've seen it a lot, and I've also caught myself doing this and saying this as well. And I'll be like, I'll tell a man, oh, that woman only wants you because you were with me. Like, so I done built you up, and you was a bum, you was a lame, and now all these women want you because I've built you up to that certain caliber. And a lot of times I had to learn something. Stop going for men or people that are outside of your caliber. Period, point blank. If you know that you are a certain caliber of a man or a woman, then just stick to that caliber and let it be what it is. Don't go down beneath where you are. You know, I had found out he cheated and all of that different type of stuff. And I was like, you know, it's so crazy how you were lame before I met you. Nobody knew who you were. And then as soon as I got with you and I built you up, now all of a sudden these women want you. And a lot of times, a lot of men don't pay attention to that.
What we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him and then in another breath say he groomed you. Mm-hmm. Those two things are diametrically opposed, right? So let's just keep it tall. Right. And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you're like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember, you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him. Right. Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. So let's just keep it straight. Right. Did you actually upgrade him, or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on you?
And play that.
All you Miss Independent Oprah Winfrey, you know, syndrome having ass women that going into these relationships trying to build these men up, taking care of these men, paying for trips, you know, doing all this shit for him. That man would take everything you got, allow you to build him up to later on leave you for somebody else he really want to be with. Stop rushing into these relationships trying to save these men. You know, at a certain point in your life, we all have taken L's in life, but at some point you should be financially stable. You know, a lot of men will sit up there and use a woman to be able to get the attention of the women that he actually want to be with. Stop rushing in here trying to act like you want to be Captain Saving for these men. And then later on feeling used and abused because you done rushed in trying to play Oprah Winfrey. He done took everything you had to offer, used you, and left you. Allow a man to lead you. If that man is not financially able, he's not ready to date. And
I'm going to let the ladies go first. I want to know how they feel. So she is what I call a BBW. And not because of her size, but because of her mindset. She's a bitter black woman. That's my BBW, bitter black woman. That is probably in her 50s, married, of course not. And so I always do the ring check. Like when I start listening to these messages, I'm like, well, let me see her hand because I want to know who's subscribing to this madness that she's, distributing into the world. And I look right at that hand, and I look right at that aged face. And she's not a bad looking lady by any stretch of the imagination, but you are older, you are single, and with those mannerisms and those opinions, that is probably why. And I just wanted to say that. Nardi, I want you to start. How did you feel? How did that video make you feel?
I've seen that play out. Men getting with women that they don't want to be with, that they're not necessarily attracted to, but that woman is building him up, letting him drive a car and to work while she at work, let him stay in the house, taking care of the bills, paying for everything. And then once he gets to a certain level, he starts to attract the women that he actually wants, and he goes on about his business. I've seen it happen. So I kind of agree with what she's saying to a certain extent, because at the same time, especially within the economy that we're in, it's gonna be very rare, very hard for you to find the man that got it all. They got it. You probably won't ever find the man that has it all. So it's okay to build a long-lasting relationship, a healthy relationship with a man when it comes to finances and all that. But again,
I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. I want to make because the one thing about me, I'm a little slow. I have an 8th grade education, so I just want to make sure that I'm hearing this correctly. You're saying that the man, right? A woman will get with him. He's driving her car. She'll move him into the house. She'll spend her money on him and gift him and take care of him. And then he'll get in a better position because of her and then leave her. And he's the blame.
It happens, truth.
No, hold on. And he's the blame. So hold up. Because I just feel like where's the accountability for the women, right? Because that's like me going down to a homeless shelter, right? And I see a homeless woman with a fat ass, and I'm like, hey, come on home, and you can drive my car, and you can eat my food, and you can eat up my food stamps, and I'm going to provide and protect. And then you get on your feet and leave me for the men that you actually wanted to date because my dumb ass picked you up at the homeless shelter because I was desperate. Like, where is the self-esteem at? No car, no job, no money, no ambition. You wanted to save him. You saved him, oiled him up. You put him up like a prize and then get your prize snatched.
Right. And I'm not taking away the blame from the woman because there's no reason why you should even be going through that.
That's all I'm saying.
You shouldn't even be dealing with that. And a lot of times people leave that part out of the story whenever they talk about men ain't shit or men are terrible people, and they tell the story about their relationship. They don't tell that he was a bum, that he was homeless, that he, didn't have no job and was living with his mama. They don't tell that part.
Right. Because I just never understood how we get there. Like, we meet these people in these effed up predicaments, then we get with them and then wonder why they're effed up person. Like, but anyway, next lady, Akira, because I see you're not muted. How do you feel about what the lady?
The older lady is obviously bitter, right? And we can just tell because, guys, on this channel, perception is key. Just off the strength of looking at this sister, you can already tell she's dealt with Pookies and Ray Rays. She probably still make bad decisions and date Pookies and Ray Rays. She feels like she's a boss babe just off the strength of how she looks. But yet you want to come on the internet and try to make it seem as if your guys are in the wrong, as if your guys are just these men who just want to take advantage of women. No. How about you change your tune and start to hold women accountable and say, y'all need to pick better men. Point blank period. Point blank period. Men are going to be men, but when it comes down to women, being that y'all control access to sex, y'all have to be the ones to use discernment. But of course your women don't want to. Of course your women don't want to use that accountability. And when you look at her audience, I'm pretty sure her audience is mainly the sisterhood and a bunch of broken black women. Let's continue.
He said, and is there any accountability to be for women in this?
I definitely feel that it is some accountability that need to be taken because a lot of times women, we lack self-esteem in a lot of these situations. So a lot of times when we are lacking self-esteem, we go look in places and try to fill these voids with men that we know are bottom shelf. And sometimes women build their self-esteem up just by building a man up to a certain level and watching her, watching her the fruits of her labor. And a lot of times, a lot of women don't like to admit that. That's just the truth. Like it does something for a woman with a low self-esteem to see a man be put on a different level, right? To where she did all of that for him. Like it does something for her. That's what helps her fill her void. And a lot of women don't like to admit that.
That what you just said, right? And I hope every man just heard that because that just jumped off the fucking screen to me. And thank you for saying that. I don't think y'all understand how heavy it is what she just said. And that might have went over a lot of because I was actually going to get on that. A lot of these women seek these broke ass men, just like a lot of these men seek these broke ass women for control. See, a lot of these women won't admit that 6 figure over 6 feet with the 10-inch dick, you don't really want him. Why? Because he's not going to put up with your bullshit. So what will you do? You'll go get the bum broken down man because you can talk to him like the bum broken down ass man that he is. See, you want to be the man. So you want a man that you can teach. You want a man that you can control. You want a man that is in awe of you. And so because of the men that can do what you can do financially, because the man that can do what you can do aesthetically, you're not going to entertain him or those men aren't checking for you. So what do? You go down to the nearest homeless shelter and you go get somebody that you can impress with a whole bunch of shit that's not impressive to a man that's on his shit. Anyway, Tamia, go ahead.
I'm going to say this real quick before you move on to somebody else.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I seen a clip the other day where it was a young lady. She drove 8 hours to a prison to sleep outside in the parking lot. And I'm like, you drove 8 hours out of your way to sleep in a parking lot to show a man your loyalty that can't even do nothing for you. Like, be for real. Like, let be for real. Like, you have women out here that's like that though. Like, they want to build that man up just so she can get that feeling of that
built the bear. Yeah. Tamia, go ahead. We're not going to interrupt you, Tamia.
Y'all done already cooked. You said exactly what I was going to get into with you said exactly what I was going to get into. Women need to be accountable for you teach a man how to treat you by what you allow. You need to be accountable for building that bum up. It's just that simple. That's your fault. If you're a successful woman and you go and deal with a bum, you need to be accountable for whatever comes with that bum.
Yeah.
I agree.
I learned this too, Truth. Like I used to catch myself say,
and that's vice versa. Men, if a successful man.
I remember a video some years back, where somebody was talking about how a lot of women try to deal with guys who are coming out of prison just so they essentially can take up that role of a man in the household. They can have that masculine mindset, that masculine role. So they want to go get a guy that essentially he has to rely on her. So she's going to be giving this man allowance. Essentially, it is a hobosexual. That's all that is, right? It's a hobosexual. And there's a growing number of women who, I ain't gonna say a lot of you women, or most of you women deal with a bunch of prison dudes, right? But you do see a lot of women who want to take care of men, but the second it does not plan out the way they need it to, they're gonna jump on the internet to cry and complain. But truthfully, all of these sisters on the panel, they're just capping. They're just pretty much trying to make it sound good. They're virtue signaling, right? They're making it seem as if they know what the hell they're talking about. But then when you dig a little bit deeper, because DJ Hemp is about to expose Akira, right? I think that's her name, right? He is about to expose that ass. But all these women love to sit over here and talk up a storm, but you allow them to talk long enough, they will end up showing you who they really are. I had some respect for Akira, right? Until I ended up seeing this video, and then I'm just like, okay, well, that respect is gone, because now you just showed me that you're no different than all the other women who want to sit over here and make it seem as if they got their shit together, as if they was just this woman who did everything the correct way, but come to find out she was just as bad, if not worse, than the man she is complaining about. Let's continue. Guys, we've already talked about Tamira, right? We've already seen her Instagram. I mean, she got 19,000 subs, and I don't know how. I mean, what did she do to get that many subscribers? I mean, it ain't like she's a celebrity, but when you look at her Instagram, she literally reminds you of a groupie. She literally reminds you of a woman, man, that DJ Academics will probably smash down on. Just keeping the beam. She looks like a groupie. She looks like she wants to stay around rappers and ballers, which is why DJ Hamp called her out before and was like, okay, well, what car they getting you, Tamira? What car are these men giving you? Because she want to sit over here and make it seem as if, y'all women just out here just be dealing with any man and thinking that just because a man gets you a car and they paying this amount of money for your car and da-da-da-da. And it's just like, ma'am, you really describing yourself. But let's continue.
Then go get a bum ass woman. He needs to be accountable for what comes with that bum ass woman.
right.
Like the dudes that bring passport bros that bring girls overseas here and try to save them.
Naeem, I wasn't done. Hold on. What I was saying was this right here. I feel like what Tamia is saying is so true, because I've seen it a lot, and I've also caught myself doing this and saying this as well. And I'll be like, I'll tell a man, oh, that woman only wants you because you were with me. Like, so I didn't build you up, and you was a bum, you was a lame, and now all these women want you because I've built you up to that certain caliber. And a lot of times I had to learn something. Stop going for men or people that are outside of your caliber. Period, point blank. If you know that you are a certain caliber of a man or a woman, then just stick to that caliber and let it be what it is. Don't go down beneath where you are. Because I feel like you going down beneath where you are is actually showing that you'll do anything for that love word. You can't do that.
Damn, what did he say to you when you said that to him?
He really didn't say nothing. He really didn't say nothing. He just sat there and looked at me like, I know you didn't just say that, but I did. And I said it out loud because we were in the midst of talking about it. And, I had found out he cheated and all of that different type of stuff. And I was like, it's so crazy how you were lame before I met you. Nobody knew who you were. And then as soon as I got with you and I built you up, now all of a sudden these women want you. And a lot of times, a lot of men don't pay attention to that, because a lot of times women only want men because they don't like a woman that they're with.
Now, if he was a lame, right? Because that's just my question. If he,
I just took the accountability for it.
But hold on, but because now, did I do something wrong here? Am I in your way? Because if I'm in your way,
I think we're thinking the same thing. I just want to go ahead.
Cool beans. So if right, because if he was such a lame, right? Because nobody wanted him, but you wanted him. And not only did you want him, you also invested in him. So you spent your time, your money, your coochie. You gave him your heart, your mind, everything that was priceless. You poured it into him. So was he really lame, or were you lame for giving a lame an opportunity?
I took the accountability and said that I was
asking you. So you was lame.
For sure.
Okay. Cool. My plane is landed. Go ahead, Ham. My fault. I apologize, good brother.
Damn. So you seen Duke, and you say, yeah, I need a pick me up. Was your esteem like low? Like how you did that? Like what was your mind like? Was your esteem like in the dumps? You say, you know what? I'm gonna use this nigga to make myself feel better. Every
No.
time I roll over, at least I ain't this nigga. It's like, is that how your mindset was?
That's not how my mindset was. He was actually 10 years older than me. He was actually 10 years older than me.
So you took a 10-year older lane. So you got finessed by some senior dick. Ooh, the plot thickens. This is what makes me so mad with you women. And I always think about this, and a lot of men are going to feel a way about this. But I tell you, women, this pisses me off. If you want to take care of an old man, take care of your fucking father. You got with a man. I'm not judging you because many women, this message is just not for her because there's a gang of y'all that are watching this right now. When you're dealing with a man 15, 20 years your senior, the objective to dealing with a man is to be able to learn from him. Y'all are dealing with men 20 years your senior. The nigga ain't got no bread. He ain't got no motion. He don't even have anything to teach you. If you want to deal with a bum ass over here, go chase your father down. I've never understood that. My fault, Ham. But
you gotta understand something. Y'all gotta
we don't need to understand. I care you've done enough.
You said it already.
This the part, right? And then they be coming out of that relationship talking about how much of an ain't shit nigga he was, how he brought her through the ringer. Nah, beloved. Stevie Wonder can see you put yourself through the ringer. And I just don't understand why y'all don't get out of those relationships and talk shit about yourself for the poor decisions you knew you was making when you made them. That shit baffles me when y'all do that.
You gotta hit the button on it. I ain't got mine either. You gotta hit the button.
I think when women do that, you know, it's definitely like a self-esteem issue. Maybe she can't get the man that she wants, so she just goes and settle for the man that she can get. So that's sometimes, not saying that's a Kira case, but sometimes that's what women do.
Most of the time.
Mia, let me ask you a question. You think that's a Kira case?
I don't think she have self-esteem.
Look at her face.
No, but I want to know, like, at what age did this happen?
I was 18.
Okay, right. So she probably was dealing, but she shared with us that she had some self-esteem issues.
It was a
before.
point in my life, right? It was a point in my life.
So
I have a question. I don't want to make this solely on you because this is not a therapy session for you, right?
It's really not.
What?
None of this.
Hold on. What good qualities did he have though? Because I know he was a bum. He was broke. He didn't have anything going. 10 years just seen. But what about him was good?
I mean, he was a gentleman. Like he was nice to me.
I mean, he broke. I mean, but outside of that though, like. Because a lot of men are nice to you. I'm nice to you. So I want to know outside, like what, because it had to be something there.
I think I'm going to be honest.
I mean, dang, sis, that was kind of rude how you really disrespected old dude. I mean, but this is what happens when you're a simp. This is what happens, right, Naeem? This is what happens when you're a simp. You notice nobody on that panel takes up for you. Nobody on the panel takes up for you. But yet you take up for the women. And even later on in the video, he still tries to give a woman some room to just be delusional, right? Say whatever the hell. And it's just like, bro, like, there's no way, bro. You are literally that much of a panderer, that much of a simp, that a woman can tell you to chill and relax. You say okay, and then defend her again later on down the video. That's wild. And thank you, Naeem, because you are literally a walking example of why men should not be simps. He just proved that no matter how hard, no matter what you say about women, no matter how much you defend these women, they alone will lose respect for you. But as I stated before, you start to see Akira, right? Once again, there's been plenty of videos I've seen of her where I'm just like, okay, it seems like, man, she, I guess, somewhat got her head on straight, right? Now, I don't watch all of the lives now. I got too much stuff to do, but I don't be watching all the lives. But I see Akira sometimes, and I'm like, okay, man, she don't seem like that bad of a woman. But once again, you just allow her to talk. She wants to make it seem like, oh, I'm a boss. I'm a smart, independent boss, babe. I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying she's independent, right? But that's how she comes off. A lot of you women who come off like that, I don't need no man. I'm good. I can do it all by myself. But once again, the only argument you have throughout this whole situation right now that people kept getting on you about your situation is, well, I felt like I was groomed. So 1 minute you were you were the reason he upgraded, he has all the women, then the next minute he grooms you. And then you have Tamira over there trying to excuse the behavior. And this is the issue that we have with women. I mean, Tamira over here stumbling all over her words, not knowing what the hell to say because there is nothing to say. Just hold this sister accountable, just like everybody else is doing, and just call it a day. Once again, Tamira, she's just copping pleas for old girl. But let's continue.
With you, I think I was being groomed for real. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I was really being groomed. And y'all can say what y'all want to say.
Not judging you.
That's what I
Truth. That's what.
Yeah, we ain't saying nothing yet.
No, but it's just like I feel like in my point in my life, that's where I was in my life. Like I feel like I was being groomed to cater to him.
For sure.
I just got a couple questions. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, my fault. You've been extremely patient. Go ahead. I'm quiet.
So you said you feel like he groomed you. So I had a few questions. So at 18, when did you guys break up or stop dealing with each other?
When I was 21, turning 22.
So you were with him for about 3 to 4 years, right? I'm curious, how did you upgrade him?
Oh shit!
I think that I kind of like just gave him a different perspective for me. That's what I thought. Okay. Because at the end of the day, like it's not really about, because age don't mean nothing. You can meet people that's old as hell and they don't have they dumb. They don't have no type of. So I think that I gave him a different perspective.
Okay.
He would even say that to me. So I'm just going based off what he said. He would even say that to me. Like, you done gave me a whole different view of life and all, like, and maybe that was just game.
That could be his finesse, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe that was his game.
I'm just curious, like, if you can give me like examples of something you think like tangibly.
Like
what?
You said you changed perspective. So how did how you change his perspective?
He said that I changed his perspective.
You also feel like after you dated him, I upgraded you, and then all these women want you after what I did for you. So, like, if you could give me an example.
Well, they could see his mind. His mind was different. They could look through his brain and see that she upgraded his mind. That's what you can't tell. What? You don't get it?
I'm not trying to attack you. It's a genuine question.
And then you jump back in the dating pool and say men ain't shit, right?
I never said that, Melly. I never said that.
So would you feeling the way that you're feeling? Would you have jumped back in the dating pool and said that?
No, I've never said that.
I said
I don't jump into the relationship.
Hold on, Melly. I don't want her to move off of this real quick.
Stop it.
Stop it. Hey, bro, he was 18, bro. Like, you grilling, bro. What the fuck?
No, because it's hard to imagine an 18-year-old girl upgrading a 28-year-old man, but then when you left, he probably was 32. So I'm like, I'm curious, what could you have possibly really done to a man that age? Like, you don't have no money. You 18. You don't have much knowledge. You 18. You haven't been many places.
I was definitely working.
So that's not what I didn't say you didn't have a job.
Right.
I said you didn't have no money.
Okay.
What?
Let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. Like,
well, no. Here's the thing. You can't. She's not 18 now, Naeem. So you treating her like she's 18 now. No. This is a story that Akira introduced to the conversation. What we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him and then in another breath say he groomed you. Mm-hmm. Those two things are diametrically opposed, right? So let's just keep it tall, right? And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you're like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him, right? Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. So let's just keep it straight, right? Did you actually upgrade him or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on you? I'm done now.
Akira is just as confident as Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and just as stoic as Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, but you just allow them to talk. They reveal it all. You start to see that, man, you're just full of shit. Yeah, like you're just full of shit. I mean, once again, you look at Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she sits up here and trying to make it seem as if, your women today can just be these boss babes. They don't need men, yada, 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 giving relationship advice. But there's a bunch of allegations that she is over here munching on some carpet. We have more, we see her go on Paul Pierce show and say that, hey, well, my imaginary man, we've been off and on for the past 5 years. And then the way she explained it, the way she ended up explaining it and tried to explain herself to get herself out of the hole, you're just like, hold on, this is who black women are listening to? This is who our sisterhood is listening to. This is who our sisterhood is backing up.
What's going on with her? She dating, single? What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I'm dating.
Dating but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many
companions?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
Now she doubling back, so you could tell she lying. She just said companions.
You steal his work?
Oh my gosh.
Paul Pierce calling it out.
Take this sheep clothing off.
The wolf teeth coming out. No, we have
somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years, and yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
We working together. Okay. We working together.
But you keeping him at bay, or is he keeping you at bay?
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it 100. How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient, everything is good in that department.
No.
He wants a relationship.
She been kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me.
If this was a man in this scenario, speaking in regards to dealing with a woman for 5 years that he has no real commitment to, an off and on situation, which basically is a situationship that she's now trying to disguise as an actual relationship, he would have been crucified already. I'm telling you, people would have canceled him. But it's amazing how a woman can sit here as a quote unquote dating coach and spew all of this nonsense and nobody not canceling her. You get what I'm saying? They looking at it like, okay, it's just her choice. She wasn't ready. And Dr. Bryant is one of the biggest contradicting people ever, man. Like, she always goes back on her word. She switches the subject. And one thing that I notice about her, she's very good with words. She's good at creating these word salads to try to manipulate you, to try to throw you off your game. But Paul Pierce called that shit out. You 42, you're not married, and you're in a situationship with a guy that's 9 years younger than you, trying to kick knowledge to other people, telling them what to do with their lives in regards to marriage and kids.
But once again, allow them to talk. They reveal it all, bro. They reveal it all, man. Shout out to DJ Hamp, bro. He's been on point. Shout out to that man. He has been on point. Another great example is somebody like Cynthia G. She sits here and talk about men all day. I mean, she just be dogging us. But then come to find out, she done got knocked up by the very man she hates, a Pookie and a Ray Ray. This is wild. This is wild, but yet they want to come up here and make it seem as if they got it all figured out, as if they are the blueprint. They are not the blueprint. You got one who is a freaking baby mother, right? Who will sit over here and clown men for making women baby mothers, but she ended up becoming one. Then you have another one who doesn't even date men, I don't believe. And I mean, she's over here off and on with a guy she's been with for the past 5 years. I mean, it sounds like she's just training that dude, but I mean, once again, it's imaginary. People are saying that's made up. And then you got a woman who is online on DJ Hamp's show and the Truth Show saying, well, you know, I was groomed in that whole situation, even though at the beginning I made it seem like I'm the one who had control. And then what's so funny is notice how she acts dumb when Mont asks her a question. When Mont says, okay, well, you know, what did you do for him? What tangible thing did you do for him? What tangible thing did you give him? What did you do for him as an 18-year-old person who's not even in their career? You don't even know what your career is yet. But how were you able to elevate this man, right? How were you able to elevate this man? But you can't even answer it. She couldn't even answer it. Couldn't even answer it because she understands that, hey man, listen, you're done. It's over. It's over. You were wrong. You done sat over here and try to paint a picture to make it seem as if this guy's trash, as if you was just this innocent woman. No, and this is also proof that these girls who are 18, 17, 16, a lot of these girls know what the hell they're doing. A lot of them know what the fuck they're doing. And then they come and then they end up turning into Akira. They end up turning into a woman who's in her 30s, who's in her 40s, who will sit here and say, man, y'all men want to deal with younger women because they're easier to control and yada, yada, yada. Like, come on, bro. We got to stop with the BS. This is proof that you can't listen to women and you can't take them at face value. I'm sorry, you can't. Again, you was rude to the guy who was over here simping and pandering for you guys, right? But yeah, we done found out you done got finesse, out of some cheeks for the past 3 to 4 years. And, you over here saying that, 1 minute you the reason, man, this dude is elevating. Now the next minute, this dude was grooming you. Like, I mean, what are we doing? Grooming you for 3 years. But yet, I just gotta ask, these are the same women that say they're smarter than men. These are the same women that say they mature faster than men. But yeah, I still yet have to hear a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old boy say, man, yeah, bro, I was dating this older woman, right? And I just hate that, she took advantage of me when I was younger and yada, yada, yada. You don't hear boys saying that. You don't hear little boys saying that. You don't hear men saying that. Now, of course, I know you're gonna sit over here and you're gonna try to pull up the, these a bunch of articles with these female teachers being wild, right? But I'm talking about actively dating somebody while you're young. These women aren't really dating a lot of these young boys. Let's just keep it a bean, right? It's a lot of foolery going on up in there. Let's just keep it a bean, right? Talking about a teacher and a student versus a woman who is 18, a woman who is 17, a woman who is 16, dealing with a guy who's 23. You're 18, you're dealing with a guy who's 28. You're 18 dealing with a guy who's 28, man. I mean, yeah, this is kind of a damn near low-key big difference, right? Because I think 28-year-old people can be teachers too. But I mean, bottom line, it's still a different situation, right? And for when you look at what she got going on, once again, it's just like, man, you knew what you were doing. But look, guys, do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.